Good evening everyone, I am Robert Lido from Payatas, Quezon City. I am a youth member of Caritas Sisters of Jesus, and tonight, let me share with you my experience as we all try to survive with the threat posed by a virus. The outbreak of the coronavirus have changed the way we live our lives and the way we see hope in every aspect of life. The coronavirus changed my life in the most literal sense. Me and my family cannot go outside because of the threat of the virus. I also cannot go to school. It is very difficult for me because I am not used to online classes and I don't have the enough devices to participate with it. But luckily, I was able to comply and catch up with the requirements needed by my school. Living amid the pandemic is very difficult not only for me but also for my family. My father is a garbage collector and my mother is a plain housewife. I have 8 siblings. My father lost his job, which only means that he cannot earn money to provide the things that we need, such as food. We are only dependent with the goods given by the government, by the barangay officials, and other small organizations here in our place. We are very thankful for their help because through them, we are able to put something in our stomachs. For more than 2 months, we undergo enhanced community quarantine, which makes it more difficult for everyone to go outside and find a way to make a living. Aside from this, the new life of isolation makes it difficult for everyone. I believe communication is very important, for I know that it is essential in building good relationship with each other. Me and my family use this moment to talk and discuss things within our family. During the ECQ, I can't focus, I overthink, and I have trouble sleeping. It is all because many questions are swirling in my mind. I always ask myself, how should we live our life today or even tomorrow? For I know that day by day, the situation becomes out of control. I also ask myself, until when should we continue living like this? These questions stress me out. The situation we have right now is very alarming. We are fighting against the unseen enemy of the world. In times like this, we are losing our hope. But all we need to do is to trust God because He is our only hope. He may have His reasons why we are experiencing something like this. It may be His reason for us to call His help again, to be with Him and be a better person. As a youth member of Caritas Sisters of Jesus, I find this situation a time for spiritual awakening. God has been good to us, but as we try to continue our own lives, we sometimes forget how great and how merciful He is. We are all too focused in coping our own problems to the point that we forget to ask for God's help. As I remember, when I was in a recollection, Sister Lucia and Sister Clara asked every one of us as to how we live our lives knowing that problems are along the way. Everyone shared their stories, their problems, and how they cope it. Also, all of us similarly answered that sometimes problem made us lose our hope. And then the 2 sisters told us that problems that we experience every day were not meant to lose our hope, but to encourage us to call for God's help and to recognize that even in our dark times, God will be the light who will guide us and protect us. All we need to do is to trust Him and always believe that through His help we can surpass and we can overcome everything. Just like today, amid the pandemic, all we need to do is to trust Him and pray, for I know that prayers is the most powerful thing here on earth. This situation enabled me to realize and to reflect that I should trust God more. He is helping me every day. He is using some person as an instrument to reach us those who are in need. Through this, I always believe that God will never forsake and will never leave us. My family is receiving goods from Caritas Sisters of Jesus, and it made us believe that in every aspect of life, something good will always come. Having said that, I asked my mother how she feel about it, and then she told me that Even though we do not understand what is happening today, she knows that God will always with us and will never leave us. She also said that the pandemic creates fear, panic, and concern for everyone. But if we know and we believe that God is with us, everything will be alright. After hearing my mother saying that, it becomes clear to me that this pandemic creates fear, sorrow, and panic to everyone. But more than that, it also brings us closer to God, made us trust Him more, made us know Him deeper, and it may also bring us the time for spiritual awakening, which we should never neglect. Let's all trust God that this pandemic will soon come to an end. Everything will be alright with God's help.